Hey guys, I'm Jody with Board Game Perspective, and today we got a Kickstarter preview, which is the Battle for Goldenstar, which is currently on Kickstarter. This is published by Gendy, and it plays 2 to 4 players, 5 with the expansion, and plays in roughly 60 to 90 minutes. So, because this is a Kickstarter, this is a prototype, so what you see here is subject to change. Now, in this game, you will be leading a team to summon the Goldenstar battleship by finding golden keys that are spread across the galaxy. So in order to do this, you'll be doing some area movement by moving your miniatures to various locations, and if you happen to move into a location that has an opposing player, then you're going to have some battling to do. And so with that, there's conflict resolution, and you also have a bunch of cards, so there's some deck building as well. You're going to be assigning agents, so there's a lot of various things that you can do in this game. So let's do a brief overview of how to play.
The Goldenstar Tournament is an event organized by Galactic Empress every 5 years to honor Goldenstar. Now, the tournament gathers the most dangerous duos which come to fight for eternal glory and fame on arenas scattered around the galaxy. Start with a deck combined of 2 challengers' unique skill sets. Become crowd favorites, dominate your opponents, and level up characters. Upgrade your arsenal in Black Market, and ultimately challenge everyone in the final face-off.
The Battle for Goldenstar has several things going on here. So each player is going to have 2 miniatures. I have this set up for a 2-player game. So each player has 2 miniatures with the base rings that will have 3 cubes to start. And then you have location cards and black hole tokens, and the layout depends on your player count. You have the battle board, a black market board with tech cards, comes with trait cards, and this is the game mode that you will be playing with. And you come with keys, credit tokens, the Goldenstar token, and each player is going to have their own player board, as well as 2 character cards, and then also some skill cards and a player aid. Also, on the player boards, there are 2 tracks. For a 2-player game, you will start with a cube on the second spot of each track. The location cards have spots where you can put your agents, a spot where you're going to place a key, and then also an ability just for that particular location. Now there's also some cards that have different things. You have the power symbol there, you have a boost ability on this upper portion, which will be a support thing, and then the lower part is often tactics. Now players are going to be taking turns back and forth. Now on your turn, you are going to be taking 2 actions per character, and each character they have to take different actions, so you can't perform the same action twice with the same character. Now there are a list of actions that you can take, but each action can only be taken once per character. So there's a handful of actions, and there's also a couple free actions as well. Now one of the actions you can do is moving to an adjacent location. So if this character were to move over here and passes through a black hole token, you would have to lose one of your cubes. And if you moved into a location where there's an opposing player, then that would trigger a battle. Now, so moving is 1 action. However, if you wanted to spend both of the actions for the 1 character, you could instead space jump, which would be going anywhere to any location, and you would be ignoring the black tokens. And if you move to a location where you already have one of your characters, you would just simply swap your characters, as there can only be 1 character per location card. Another action you can do is make a call, which is either taking 1 credit, getting an additional cube for your character, or drawing a card. Another action is using the action on the location that you are at. So this is the action symbol, so you take an action and you can get 1 credit and also draw a card. And an additional action is assigning an agent, and these are spots where you can assign an agent. Now each of these list a power value, so this has 5. In order to do this, you have to be able to have 5 or greater of a power value. So what you're going to do is add up your cubes on your base ring. So I got 3 there. Obviously that's not 5, so what you can do is also play a card and use its power value and add that to your cubes, and if you have more than that, then you can assign one of your cubes and assign an agent there. Every time you assign your first agent to a location, you will move up on the infiltrated locations track and immediately gain the benefits. So there's different benefits you can take. You'll be getting traits, possibly getting some keys, some credits. So if I move up here, then I can draw 2 traits, and I'm going to keep one. And then these are going to give you special abilities for your characters, and each character can have a max of 2 traits. If you have a card that has the action symbol there, that also is an additional action you can take and play this card. Searching for a key is another action you can take. Now you have to be at a location that has a key, and what you're going to do is you're just going to announce that you're going to search for a key, and then if at the beginning of your next turn you have not moved or retreated, then you will get to claim that golden key. Summoning the Goldenstar is the last action, and it is one of the most important actions because this is the way to win the game. So on your turn, you're going to summon the Goldenstar. You're going to put this in your play area, and so now everyone's going to be coming out for you because they don't want you to win. So in order to win, you have to maintain that Goldenstar and not get kicked off your location, so not moving or retreating off the location until your next turn. So if you survive and the next turn, at the beginning of it, you have this still, then you will be the winner. So it's important to note that in order to even take the action of summoning the Goldenstar, you have to have a key. Now, it depends on the game mode that you're playing. So for instance, I had this set up for 2-player game, and we're playing the short 2-player game. So in order to summon the Goldenstar, I need to have at least 1 key. And if I have additional keys, that will give me additional power for any battle. So there are 2 different free actions that you can take on your turn. One of the free actions is buying tech cards here, and the cost to buy the cards are in the upper right-hand corner in credits. And also, you can play a card with this symbol. That is also a free action. So now let's go over how to handle the battle steps. So as you recall, whenever you move into a location with an opposing player, that is going to trigger a battle. So the player that moved in is going to be the attacker, and this other guy will be the defender. And the goal of the battle is to have the most power. With the battle beginning, you are going to get the battle board, and you're going to have the attacker and defender, and you're going to be counting up the power points for each side. First, you will count the cubes on the base ring, so we got 2 there for blue and 3 for red. Next are negotiations, and this is where the attacker and the defender can possibly get additional power by having support from additional characters or agents assigned. So for instance, blue has 1 agent there, so that gets 1 additional power. Now both the attacker and the defender are going to choose to play a tactic card face down, and the tactics are typically on the bottom here, so each player will choose to play it face down. After playing the tactic card, then both the defender and attackers can continue to play cards with the boost ability to increase their power. So for instance, the attacker played this boost ability, which is adding 2 power. After both the attacker and defender are done playing their boost cards, then each player will reveal their tactics. And depending on what the tactics are, each player will be moving up on their board. And there is one last thing that both the attacker and defender can do, and that is playing any cards that you have that have this symbol here, these reaction symbols. You can play and use that ability. And after that, you're going to see how much power each player has, and whoever has the most is going to be the winner of the battle. Now, it is important to note that different things may happen on whether you lose or win, and whether you're the attacker or defender. And one of those things is if the attacker wins, so a successful attack, then you will move up on the track and take the corresponding benefit. Once both of your characters have performed 2 actions and you don't want to take any more free actions, then you're going to do the end of turn, which is discarding your hand down to 5 cards, making sure you don't have more than 5 credits, restocking the tech supply up here in the black market, and unflipping any trait cards you may have. So as mentioned earlier, players will keep taking turns back and forth until there is a winner. And remember, the winner is the one who performs a summon the Goldenstar action with one of their characters and holds off all attacks until their next turn. So that player would be the winner. Alrighty, so that is a brief look at Battle for Goldenstar. So if this looks like a game you might be interested in, go ahead and check out their Kickstarter page. We'll leave a link in the description below where you can easily access that. So thanks for watching today, guys, and happy gaming.